It's Monday morning, it's just gone 7. A little bit of a pink sky. Which is pretty. And a planet up there. It may get pinker as the morning goes on. We'll see. Can't quite believe it's Monday morning again already. It's been such a busy weekend. I'm not complaining. But, and of course next Monday is Christmas Day. So, yeah. It'll all be over in a flash, as it normally is. One of the reasons why we don't make a fuss over it. All that fuss just for a day? I don't think so. Anyway, I best get on with my morning. Make some tea. Just thought I'd show you that, it's pretty. Good morning. It's Monday morning already. Yeah, there's been a sort of pleasant sunrise. A little gentle pink in the sky, but it's overcast now. So there's a sort of eerie, peachy glow in the sky, which is very difficult to capture on this camera, so I'm not going to bother showing you. Feels like the weekend was over with too quickly. And I feel a bit, this morning. You know, the usual thing of not quite believing that the weekend's gone and it's back to work, but it's only a 4-day week. I have Friday off, and then next weekend is fairly busy too. We've got a little mini event at a friend's house on Saturday, and Sunday is Christmas Eve, and then we have our friends coming to us on Monday for Christmas lunch. And then I've got Tuesday off, Boxing Day, and then I'm back to work. So, yeah, to work the days in between Christmas and New Year, which I think I've mentioned is double time, so may as well do it. So, yeah, it kind of all feels a bit sort of busy. I know we're nowhere near as busy as people with families and, you know, but it's busy enough for me, thank you. Thank you very much. So, yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock. I guess I better get a wriggle on, have a splash. Paul's popped out to Lidl to do a little bit of shopping. Yeah, I better get a move on, really. Get sorted. So I'll see you later. Bye for now. Oh, good evening. Monday evening. Got through the day. Yes. Oh, I feel so exhausted tonight. I got in and thought, I'm going to do a couple of chores. So I'm going to do the bed, change the bedding. That'll give me a boost, bit of energy, create some energy. It didn't give me a boost. It just made me feel more exhausted. I think I'm still getting over the weekend. I mean, it wasn't that full on, but it was busy enough. And I think I'm just ready for a bit of a rest. But I won't really get a chance to have a rest until, I think, Boxing Day. And then I'm back at work after that. But I am going to take some time off in January, I've decided. Take maybe, you know, up to sort of 2 weeks off, hopefully, off work. I'll see how it goes. Yeah, got to play it by ear. But my boss is keen for me to take some time off because I've got about 10 days leave to take before June. And of course, for me being part-time, I only need to really book off a couple of days and I get a good chunk of time off if I don't work at the end of the week. So yeah, that's it. Paul's making dinner. He's just had a bath. Nothing else to report, really. Usual day at work, fairly busy. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm not going to waffle. Not anymore. So I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. Paul's just left to go to Cranley to For Earth's Sake to do some work with Vanessa for the day. It is about 7:30ish. Alexa, what's the time?
It's 7:39 a.m.
7:39 a.m. And it's wet and dark this morning. It's raining. And yeah, the sky is heavily overcast. And of course, at this time of year, when that happens, it's dark. It's dark and gloomy. Because, of course, we're racing up to the shortest day in the Northern Hemisphere, the winter solstice, which I assume is on the 21st. Yeah, I think so. Which, of course, is the point in the year that is celebrated. This is the winter, the shortest day, and the winter solstice. It's the peak, isn't it? It's that moment that people celebrate because the light starts returning to the earth. So for me, that's the most important part. It's what the ancient people would have observed because, there were groups of people that were very adept at observing the changes that occur. And even though they didn't fully understand why, they noticed them and recorded them. So I think it's really important that we celebrate that moment. And of course, it's not very noticeable, the change. The lighter evenings aren't really noticeable for a while, especially on a dark, wet day. But they are there. And I think it's really interesting to look back and see what people attributed to this event. Because the sun would have been a revered god, giver of light and heat and life. I think it's interesting to muse on. Not very easy to talk about when you're half asleep, which I am still. I'm still waking up. I'm on my second cup of tea. So I wonder what the day will bring. Hope it's not too busy at work. I don't want it to be a frantic week this week. It normally isn't that bad. But each call I get tends to be a call of value. And what I mean by that is the calls are sort of full of detail that is important to record, rather than can somebody call me back. I have to take down information, details of what's going on, if something's gone wrong, what is it? So at least when I send it through to the recipient, they understand the situation and know what to do. So, but I just hope I don't get too many of them. I don't want to feel frazzled by the end of the week. Because I think Friday is probably going to be quite a busy day for us. Like I said in the previous vlog, it's going to be a busy weekend because I think we're going to film Sunday Chat on Friday. So it's out of the way, so we can enjoy our weekend. But we're going to need to do prep for Monday on Sunday, like everybody else does. But we're only entertaining 2 people, so It's not as though we've got 10 people round the table for Christmas Day. Thank goodness, frankly. But we have in the past, we have done a few big Christmases. So we know what it's like. We know the juggling act that needs to occur to get that hot Christmas dinner on the table in time. Anyway, I'm waffling now. I shall see you later. Oh, good evening. Oh, Tuesday. It was a busy afternoon. This time of year is a strange one because it does quieten down. And I think I said before, the calls are of value. So they're full of, detail and stuff that has to be done rather than, can you call me back, blah, blah, blah. I said that earlier. But there's also another sort of set of work that has to be done by me, which is organising certain meetings for the social workers. And this is generally quite easy to do because it's recurring meetings, like team meetings and what they call huddles, where those are sort of slightly more informal meetings where they just get together for a short period of time, discuss anything they need to talk about, and that's it. But very often these meetings clash. If you use the Microsoft calendar, the Outlook calendar, if the frequency is, say, Wednesday every 2 weeks, that's easy to do. But then if they want another meeting on a Wednesday morning that's also every 2 weeks, you can set the meeting to run, and then Outlook will say, well, at this point, these meetings clash because calendars don't run, exact. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes things have to be placed manually in the calendar, and that's a bit of a pain because you have to go through the whole year and place them. So I'm waiting for confirmation of frequency of certain meetings, about 3 or 4 meetings, and then those are going to have to be put into the calendars. So there's work like that has to be done. There's the new diary that has to be done as well, a paper diary for meeting rooms. So that's got to be lined manually, as in split into meeting rooms. So I've actually got a cardboard template that I made years ago that I use that for, which makes it quick and easy to do, but time consuming. I think I've managed to get to March next year so far. So it's things like that, repetitive, silly jobs that just take time. So I've done some of those today and taken quite a few phone calls and had quite a few phone calls that were a little bit annoying. And occasionally I have to get assertive with people. I had this one person phone me who was a parent who I've never actually spoken to before, but I'm familiar with the child's name. And I can't really say anything about it, but suffice to say that this person sort of got my back up to begin with. And of course, in customer service, you're not allowed for that to happen. You have to swallow your feelings. You're not allowed to express any displeasure at a tone. But sometimes you do have to direct the person. And this parent was kind of not explaining themselves very well. Their phone was cutting out quite a lot, so I couldn't hear what they were saying. So I had to take firm control of the call and ask them to just wait a moment and get them to answer a few questions. Because in customer service, questions can be used to control a call. If you want lots of information from the person, then you tend to ask open questions that will elicit more information. Sometimes more than you need, but you can glean what you want. And then using closed questions can also be used to control the call and get exactly what you need. So I had to employ a few of these techniques, and that was just a little bit annoying. Some people in life, through whatever reason, can be difficult. And I've spoken to quite a few difficult people over the years. And difficult people don't play ball. They don't want to answer the questions. They don't want to allow you to take control and get the information that is needed in order for the inquiry to be answered or solved. Some people are a bit funny about answering verification questions, and I need to ask very often around 3 verification questions to make sure I'm talking to the parent or the relative, and to be sure that we're talking about the same person, So those things have to be done. And it's generally accepted that anybody calling social services will have to answer those questions. That's it. But some people, like I say, don't want to play ball. I've come across this a few times. And it's sometimes quite difficult to handle because you do want to sort of shake them and say, oh, for fuck's sake, just answer the questions. But you can't. Yeah, so sometimes, it's not all lovely. It's not all easy. It's not all pleasurable. Sometimes it's bloody annoying. But hey, it goes with the territory. And after 16 years of being in this game, I'm quite used to it and can generally handle it very well, as you can imagine. And of course, it's up to me to use my tone of voice to calm people down, to make people feel at ease, and to reassure them that I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm here to help. And sometimes I do say, let me help you. I need to find out X, Y, and Z so I can help you. So please let me help you. Generally, that works. You kind of sometimes have to almost hypnotize the caller. And if you can get them to calm down, you very often get full compliance and full cooperation. And very often that enables something to be sorted. That's my aim, to sort out the problem. I think I've almost hypnotized myself there, so I'm feeling rather sleepy now. I hope you are too. Oh dear. You gotta laugh, haven't you? Anywho, I'm waiting for Paul to get in. We're going to have pasta. He's driving back from Cranley. He's on his way. He's just texted me to tell me. So I'll be following him on Google Maps to check his progress. And then as soon as he gets near, I shall put some pasta on. So take care, Toodle Pip. It's been a very wet day, by the way. All day it's rained, virtually. Started to calm down this afternoon. Ugh. Very wet and very dull. One is hoping for a slightly brighter day tomorrow. It's Wednesday tomorrow. Nearly to the end of the week. Nearly time for a little bit of time off. Just a little, just a smidge. There have been several people saying, oh, I'm off now. I'm on a holiday for 2 weeks. I do feel slightly envious, I must admit. But that's going to be me in January and February, I think, taking some chunks of time to hopefully have a break. And hopefully Paul and I can just get away for a good few days on our own, somewhere in the countryside, not too far away. Anyway, I'm going now. Bye for now. Toodle pip. It's Wednesday morning. There's a little bit of a pink sky. Just a touch. It's around 8 o'clock. I really need to get myself going. That's pretty. Got the fan on. It's been drying some washing. Looks like it's going to be a brighter day today. It's certainly feeling cold though. Let's shut that window. Sorry about the noise. Morning. It's Wednesday morning. And we just had a little pretty pink glow in the sky, which you saw. It's about, 10 past 8. Don't know where I'm looking. The light's sort of bright at the moment. It's going to be a brighter day today. That's good. Paul's just popped out to the shop. He's gone to Lidl to get a couple of things. I've just had a sneezing fit, which is what happens sometimes. Yeah. Paul said it was quite quiet getting back from Cranley yesterday. He had a good journey, which is great. People are gearing up for Christmas, you know. And they're certainly gearing up for Christmas at work. And in some ways, it's quite annoying. I've said to so many people at work, I don't really celebrate Christmas. We have a very low-key Christmas. And, it's amazing sometimes how people say things without thinking. A couple of people have said, oh, are you not coming to this or you're not going to that? And, oh, you're missing out. No, I'm not missing out. The thought of going to a crowded pub or restaurant with 30 people all getting slowly inebriated, to me is like a nightmare. So I'm not missing out. Not at all. And some people just don't seem to be able to get it round their minds that I don't really celebrate Christmas. And for whatever reason, they should just respect your viewpoint. And that's it, and drop it, leave it. That's it. I don't go around saying to people, oh my God, you're celebrating Christmas. How terrible. I don't say that. People do what they do. People enjoy themselves. Great, knock yourselves out. It doesn't bother me at all. And I kind of do celebrate it in a tiny way, but I prefer to celebrate the solstice. That's it. In fact, no, it's not today, is it? It's the 20th today, 21st tomorrow. Sometimes I just think, oh, shut up. Leave me be. Let me not celebrate Christmas in peace. I don't know. It's no big deal, really. But I thought I'd mention it. Slept till about 7 this morning. Straight through. I'm so bunged up now. Yeah. Anywho, I'm not fully awake, but I need to get myself going. I need to have a splash, drink my tea and have some breakfast. I'll see you later. Bye. Hello. Good evening. It's Wednesday evening. So what has the day been like today? This morning was fairly quiet at work. And I sort of had that usual sort of sinking feeling that it was going to be very, very quiet all day long. But luckily it wasn't. The afternoon really picked up and there was plenty to do, so that was good. So yeah, weather-wise, it has been fairly bright today, which is good. Some bouts of sunshine, but feeling a little cooler this evening. But I think it's going to stay quite mild this week, which is good. Good news for heating, not having to be on too much, although I have got my little ceramic heater on at the moment just for a little blast of heat because I was feeling a bit chilly. So yeah, not an awful lot to report. Had a couple of nice gifts at work from colleagues, which is very pleasant. People do seem to like to give gifts, even though you've said, I don't really celebrate, blah, blah, blah. But people are very kind and very grateful to me for what I do at work, which is lovely. And, you know, clearly people like to show their appreciation. So that's nice. So I'm back in work tomorrow. It's my final day before Christmas. And then it's a few days off. Hurrah. So nothing else to report. I guess we'll be eating shortly and watching TV as usual. And of course we will be reporting on our television viewing for the week in Sunday Chat. That's right. So, toodle pip, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Good afternoon. It's Friday afternoon and it's dim. Dim, dim, dim. Hold on, let me just turn the air filter off. I was cleaning out the fire earlier and I put the air filter on to suck up the dust. Yeah, it is really dim. I'm just looking at myself on the camera, on the screen, on the phone, I mean. So it's Friday. It is the solstice today. So it's the shortest day. And it's also been the dimmest day as well. Not really, actually. There's been a couple of bright moments. But yes, it's going to go dark very early. And the sunrise was really late. So, but it's been busy. It's been a busy day. We recorded Sunday Chat this morning because we are doing stuff tomorrow. And we just thought it would make it easier for us, really, because it's going to be a busy day on Sunday as well. Preparing our Christmas Day meal with friends who are coming over on Monday. So we just thought, let's do it. Let's do it on Friday like we used to. Because hurrah, I'm off today. Super. And I've been doing a few chores, cleaning out the fire, tidying, putting things away. I just feel as though I've not had an awful lot of time to do anything recently, mainly because of work. But the good news is we had a small pay rise at work, which was then backdated by a few months and paid to us in our Christmas pay packet, which was a total surprise. You know, I might work hard, but I don't tend to keep in touch with the council and what's going on with pay rises and pay negotiations and stuff. I don't really pay attention. It's remiss of me, actually. So I didn't realise that we were getting a pay rise. It's not, I mean, it's nothing that significant, believe me. But of course, it's been backdated, so receiving a sort of lump sum is quite nice at this time of year. But of course, we get taxed on it as well. So you look and think, I've paid how much tax? Really? Great. Tis what it is. But it's particularly welcome in the winter because of higher bills, you know? So that's a positive thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just being at home now for a few days. I'm back in work on Wednesday because it's enhanced pay. So may as well take advantage of that. Generally, the days between Christmas and New Year are fairly quiet. So it's not too taxing to be at work. But because we're a critical service, we have to provide a contact point for people for advice and for message taking. So that's my role. So yeah, Paul's just popped out to West Ealing. He needs to get some bouillon powder because he's run out and we haven't got any in stock. So he's popped up there. We've had lunch. I had a small rest, about half an hour, little, not a doze, but just a sort of rest on the sofa, which was adorable. I love that on a day off. Just love it. Even if I don't fall asleep, it's just a few moments being horizontal. Does you the world of good. I've done a wash, so I've just done my jumpers, hung them out upstairs at the top of the house, put the fan on. So I've got those ready for work next week. I did my jeans last night. So I'm up to date with my washing, which is great. Don't need to do the bed. That's all done. Did that last weekend. So I'm sort of ahead of the chores. All I'll need to do on Sunday is have a dust around and another tidy and vacuum before our friends come over on Christmas Day. And that's it. Oh, I'll be helping out with the cooking. So I think we're having the usual nut roast and parsnips in Gruyere with all the trimmings. Well, the trimmings that we like. So sprouts, red cabbage, roast potatoes, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's it for today, I think. I'm going to crack on with editing this video and doing Sunday chat. Get it out of the way and sorted, and I no doubt will squeeze in another little vlog tomorrow. And yeah, that's it. I think it's been a fairly slim week in terms of vlogs because my energy levels haven't been great this week. But that's okay. That's the way it goes. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Good afternoon. It is a Saturday afternoon. I've just had a lovely bath and a hair wash. As you can see, my hair is neat and coiffured, and I'm wearing my dressing gown. I was just showing too much flesh. I said to Paul, I better cover up. Can't be doing a naughty Christmas special like that. Not really. I didn't say that. Don't know why I did. So we've just had a bowl of soup and a few tortilla chips. We're going out this afternoon for a fondue. So we've not had a full lunch to save a little room. And we're only going down the road to our friends, but I need to get dressed and do this, finish this editing and get it ready for upload release at 6 o'clock. So I've had quite a pleasant morning, really. Just doing a few bits and pieces. I actually gave my hair a bit of a trim because it was getting a little bit unruly. So that was fun, just chopping bits off randomly as I do. Sorry, I've got tortilla chips in my teeth. Just watching a magpie on a roof. Anywho, not a lot to report. Weather was fine earlier, but it's clouded over now. But it's incredibly mild. It's lovely. I think the house got to about 16 degrees earlier, but it's about 12 outside. You see, when it's mild outside, the house retains its heat really well. So, yeah, I think the past 20 years in this house, we've been very, very lucky with winters. I think we've had a, large sort of run of mild winters. So apart from last winter and apart from 2010, that was a cold one. So yeah, that's it. Nothing else to report, really. Just trying to think. No, haven't done much this morning. It's been rather pleasant, to be honest. Rather nice. That's what Christmas is for, some relaxation. So yeah, I better go. I better go get this done and get some clothes on. Can't go naked. And yeah, I think it's about 2 o'clock now, so we're due down there at 3. So yeah, better get my skates on. Thanks for watching this week and wishing you all a very Merry Christmas, as we will do on Sunday Chat, which will be tomorrow, Christmas Eve. And yeah, I say on Sunday Chat, we may pop up at some point for a little live show. You never know. Watch this space. Don't know when at this moment. So take care. Toodle pip.